Hey, Scotty.
Hey, Katie.
How are you?
Good.
Good. Where's everyone?
I don't know.
Can you believe that about Heather? So sad.
Yeah, when did she pass?
Not crazy. Um, I honestly don't know when she passed. Um, I think last Monday, she had a migraine, like a migraine started, and then I think I think from what I understand, and maybe I'm wrong, but I think she went to the hospital Wednesday. And then like I think what I heard was like on the way to the hospital or maybe at the hospital. That's what it was, I think. She was going to the bathroom, and while she was going to the bathroom, she had a brain aneurysm, I think is what. But I could be wrong, so don't quote me on any of that, but
Okay.
that's what
Wow,
I know. Isn't that just like cuckoo?
it's heartbreaking.
And it's like also, I love that she talked to us all that week
Yeah,
before.
yeah, it was really sweet.
That conversation,
It's really sweet.
right? Ugh. Okay.
Having a
Somebody.
hard time hearing you, Katie.
Oh, you can't hear me? Can you
Not
hear
very
me?
well.
Can you hear me, Heather?
I
No?
can hear you. I can hear Scott. Scott, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can you hear me? Hello, 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 hello.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me, Barb?
Yep, I
okay.
can.
It
No issues?
was my fault.
Okay, hopefully. Worst case, maybe Scott log out and log back in. Will somebody maybe like inform me what I'm supposed to teach today? I'm so sorry. I was like trying to look. Is it
Teacher's choice.
teacher choice? Excellent. I thought it might be that. Perfect. Then I will inform you what I'm teaching. Okay.
That's awesome.
All right, friends. Let's just do a nice soft flow, I think. Is that okay with y'all?
That sounds great. Yes, that sounds great.
Perfect.
Okay. Muting you, and then let's just go ahead and get this thing going. All right. Let's just find a comfortable seat. So seated meditation. And take a moment if you want to just kind of move your body, get your wiggles out, notice how you feel. And eventually just settle in. So find stillness. You can sit up on top of a block or a bolster if you want. Blanket. So as comfortable as you can get in a seat. Rest your hands. Close your eyes. And just start to notice your breath. So start to either just feel into your breath, or if you want, visualize your breath. Use your imagination and see your breath flowing through you. And as you tune into your breath, also just notice how you feel. So any emotions that might be there. It's kind of the general energy you're carrying with you. And next time you inhale, fill up as big as you can. Hold at the top for a moment. See if there's a little extra sip you can find. And then when you're ready, just sigh it out your mouth, let it go. 2 more like that. Inhale. Hold. Take a little extra sip. And then let it go out your mouth. Ah. Last time. Big, huge inhale. Hold at the top, maybe an extra sip once again. When you're ready, sigh it out your mouth. Ah. Ujjayi breath. So just start to breathe through your nose by way of the back of your throat. So using the little muscles in the back of your throat, same muscles you use when you hum, when you whisper. Just using them to regulate your breath. Slow it down, smooth it out. And start to create that gentle whisper noise. And as you come into this Ujjayi breath pattern, start to move your torso in a circle. So as you inhale, come forward. As you exhale, curl in and lean back. So you can circle whichever way you want. Inhale, forward, exhale, back. So just working with the flexibility of your spine, movement of your spine. And eventually switch sides. So just start to circle in the other direction. Feel into kind of the tilt of your pelvis as it changes, as it moves. Maybe even notice what's going on in your hips, what your hips feel here. And slowly start to bring it back to center. So just sitting up nice and tall. Let your arms come down by your sides. On an inhale, take your arms to the sky. And as you exhale, right hand down. Walk your right fingertips over to the right just a bit. So you might bend your elbow and your forearm can get closer to the ground. Lengthen through your left side. So keep your sit bones rooted and grounded and breathe into your long left side body. Next time you breathe in, come back up to center, arms to the sky. As you exhale, left hand comes down. Walk your left hand out to the side a bit. Maybe your forearm gets closer to the ground with a little bend in your elbow. Breathe, lengthen to your right side. Sit bones stay rooted. Soft through your face and your jaw. Imagine you're trying to puff up through your right rib cage. Next, inhale back to center, arms reach up. And then as you exhale, come forward. So hands to the ground in front of you and tabletop position. From tabletop, move through a few cat-cows. So inhale to arch and exhale to round. And see if you can really start to feel into the mobility in your mid-back, your mid-spine. So not just upper and lower, but right in the middle as well. Moving back and forth just with your breath. So really use this as a time to connect with your breath, like a moving meditation. Good job, you guys. And then let's slowly come back to neutral spine. Knees at least hips width distance apart. Thread the needle. Take your right arm out to the right and reach it all the way up. Open up. And exhale, thread it through. So reach underneath as far as you can and then rest on the outside of your shoulder and head. And if you want, you can wrap your left arm behind you. If you want, you can push down with your left hand. Just breathe into your back body. And if you do happen to have your left hand lifted, set your left hand back down. On an inhalation, unthread your right arm and reach it out and up one more time. Exhale, set your right hand down. And then just walk. So bring your knees together and walk both of your hands off the left edge of your mat. Sit your hips back into the right. Press your right armpit towards the ground gently and breathe into your right side. Take one more deep breath here. And then rise up, come back to center, hands and knees. Knees, hips width distance apart or a little bit wider. We'll take that same pose on the other side. So left arm out and up, inhale. And exhale to thread it through. So reach, 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 and then resting gently outside of your shoulder and head on the ground. Any way you want to work it on this side for a few deep breaths. Good job, friends. If you do have your right hand lifted, bring it back down. On an inhalation, unthread your left arm, reach it out and up. And then exhale, left hand down. Bring your knees together, walk your hands off the right edge of your mat and sit your hips back into the left. So lengthen your left side now. Press your left armpit towards the ground gently. And then rise up, back to center, and we'll take it to downward facing dog. So tuck your toes, lift your knees, lift your hips. Give yourself a few rounds in down dog, just walk it out. Pedal out your heels, give your head a little shake, yes or no. So all that length from your fingertips up to your sit bones. See if you can create more of it. See if you can really elongate even through your side bodies. Feel that invisible rope attached to your belly button, pulling up, tugging back. So see if you can find that lift from your center. Take one more inhale here. And then as you exhale, gaze to the top of your mat, and however you want to get there, forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift position. And exhale, bow and fold. Do that again, lift halfway, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Let's take it all the way up this time. So rise, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. Flow with breath, high mountain, inhale. Slow dive, exhale. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank pose or modified plank. Inhale at the top, spread your fingers, push the ground away, and exhale, lower slowly. Back bend of your choice. So curl open. Take a couple of breaths here, maybe even gaze one direction and then the other. As you are ready, downward facing dog, take it back. Great big inhale into your dog pose. Exhale, look forward, step or float, top of your mat, forward fold. Lift halfway with your inhale. Exhale, let it go. All the way to stand, arms to the sky, breathe in. And hands to heart as you breathe out. One more like that, inhale, reach. Exhale, dive. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Take an inhale at the top of your push-up and push the ground away. Exhale, lower slowly. Strong arms, strong belly. Again, back bend of your choice. This time just one big in breath. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale into your down dog. Exhale, look forward. Feet to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Halfway lift position. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. All the way to stand. Arms to the sky. Big stretch. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach up. This time, exhale, chair pose. So bend your knees and sit low. If it feels better, maybe you cactus your arms, bend your elbows so your shoulders and your neck can kind of relax a little bit. And as you sit low, weight in your heels, pick up your toes and spread them apart. See if you can feel your strong core. So as your butt is reaching back, your belly button is drawing in and up. Maybe sit just a tiny bit deeper. Take one more deep breath. Bottom of your exhale, fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plank. So plant your hands, feet back, pause. We're gonna move into a side plank. Right hand is your foundation. Roll onto the baby toe edge of right foot, left arm to the sky. So if you want to modify, of course, you can bring your right knee down. If your right knee is lifted, then focus on lifting your hips really high. Feel your right side abdominals engage. Maybe left arm forward and maybe left leg even floats up. So your personal fullest expression in this moment. Take one more inhale. Then as you exhale, slowly plank or modify. Inhale at the top of your push-up. Exhale, lower down. Back bend, lift your heart. And tabletop, hands and knees. From hands and knees, right arm forward, left leg back, spinal balance. So for just a moment, feel into this long, strong, powerful line of energy from your fingertips back to your heel. Inner thighs face each other. Take one more inhale and see if there's any more length you can create. Exhale, elbow to knee underneath you, curl in and hollow out. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, reach your right arm back, bend your left knee, lift your heart up. Stay right here, or if it's available, grab your ankle or the top of your foot. Hug in with your inner thighs as you kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. Breathe down into your belly, soften your face. Take one more huge breath wherever you're at. And then slow release. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, lower down. All right, come down to your forearms for a moment. Grab opposite elbows. We're gonna take a 5-breath dolphin pose. So set yourself up, forearms parallel, palms pressed down, fingers spread wide. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, lift your hips for dolphin. Whatever you wanna do in your dolphin for 5 breaths. Hug in with your upper arms. Press down through the belly of your forearms, lift from your center. Breathe. So you can hold or you can lift one leg. You can take little hops if you want. Stay with it. Do not let your head touch the ground. Keep pushing through your forearms. Last couple breaths. Imagine you're trying to press your heart back and lift your hips up. Bottom, very bottom of your next exhale. Bring your knees down and rest for a moment. Child's pose or embryo pose. So if you want, reach your hands back toward your heels. Good job, you guys. And then downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot to the top of your mat, low lunge. And then rise up, crescent lunge. So strong through your legs, your foundation. And then grow your upper body into your expression. Lift your heart, maybe lift your gaze, maybe spread your fingers, maybe even smile. So whatever you're doing, just do it intentionally on purpose. Breathe into it. Take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, friends, bring your hands to your front thigh and lean forward a little bit. So we're preparing for a balance. If it helps, you can scoot your back toes in. Draw your belly button in and up. And then as you're ready, lean forward and float your back foot off the ground. So variation of warrior 3 here. Option to stay here or moving into half moon. Right hand down on a block or the ground, left hand to left hip as you peel your left hip open. So let your left hip stack on top of right. Maybe extend your left arm to the sky. Whichever pose you are in, back leg is strong and powerful. Breath is big and spacious. Take 2 more rounds in your balancing pose. And then we're going to come back to a low lunge position. So however you need to make that transition, left foot steps back, you're back to a low lunge. From here, we'll twist, left hand on the ground, right arm to the sky, revolve lunge. So legs are strong, squeeze through your inner thighs, twist from your center. Maybe even gaze up at your right hand. Take one last breath. Bottom of your exhale, let it go and come into a wide-legged straddle. So hands all the way over to the left long edge of your yoga mat. Feet parallel, all 10 toes face forward. Take an inhale, lengthen. And exhale, you choose wherever you want to go. So you can either work your fold or you can explore in your own way. About 5 deep breaths. Come back to a halfway lift position, fingertips on the ground, so bend your knees if needed. And then start to walk your hands forward, rotate your toes forward, so you're in a low lunge. From low lunge, standing split, so left leg floats up, just like a one-legged forward fold. We won't hold it too long, but find as much length as you can, and activate your left toes so you can get them to spread. Take one more inhale, reach, lengthen. Exhale, tiny little potato bug ball at the top of your mat. So bring your big toes together to touch, tuck, and curl. Lift your heels as high as you can and see if you can get your butt closer to the ground, your nose closer to your knees, and maybe even wrap your arms around your shins and squeeze. Breathe into your back body. Halfway lift, inhale. Ooh, heels down, spine long. Exhale, fold. All the way up, rise, arms reach. Hands to heart, exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chair pose. So stay in chair pose just like we did before. Or here's your option. So from chair, arms reach straight forward, lift to tiptoes. And then squeeze your inner knees and inner thighs. It's called awkward chair. You're going to slowly lower down as you squeeze your inner knees and inner thighs. So as low as you can go. And then super slowly come back up. We'll meet in a regular chair pose. Heels down, sit back. Yay, good job. One more round in chair. Very bottom of your exhale, fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank, pause. Side plank, left hand is your base. Roll into the baby toe edge of left foot, right arm up. Open up. Lift your hips high. So left knee on the ground if you want, otherwise hips are lifted super high. Option to reach right arm forward. Maybe float right leg up. Where's your breath? Is it still there? Soften your face, not straining, not forcing. One last inhale. Plank or modified. Inhale at the top and push the ground away. Exhale, slowly lower. Inhale, lift your hearts. Exhale, tabletop. All right. Left arm goes forward, right leg reaches back, spinal balance. So long, strong, powerful line. Gaze is down, so you don't need to crank your neck to look forward. Just gaze down. Find that length in the back of your neck. It's an extension of your spine. One more inhale. Elbow to knee underneath you, curl in, exhale. Inhale, reach, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee like you're moving through honey. Inhale, lengthen. And one more time, elbow to knee. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, reach your left arm back, bend your right knee, lift your heart. If it is available, grab your foot or your ankle. Once you've got it, hug in with your inner thighs and gently work your pose with leverage. Kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot, breathe down into your belly. Take about 2 more rounds. Inhale, re-extend. So lengthen spinal balance. And exhale, let it go. Tabletop. All right, come down to forearms, one more dolphin pose. So set yourself up. Palms face down, spread fingers wide, pressing the thumbs and index. If you want a little less intensity, you can tripod your hands instead. All right, lift your knees, lift your hips, come into your dolphin and take your 5 deep breaths. Anywhere you want to go, any way you want to explore, or hold and breathe. Hug in with your upper arms. Press down through your forearms. Press your heart back and lift your hips up. Use your breath as much as you can to hold and support you. Use your core. Last 2 or 3 rounds. Stay with it. Keep pushing the ground away with the belly of your forearms. Relax through your forehead, relax through your jaw. And bottom of your exhale, knees come down. Take a moment, sit back and rest, child's or embryo. Just breathe, feel, notice. Downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg to the sky. And then use your strong core as you step your left foot through softly. Exhale. And then rise to your crescent lunge. So strong legs, strong foundation. Grow into your expression in your upper body. So feel into it. Breathe into it. Be intentional. Take one more inhale. And exhale, hands to your front thigh, lean forward, preparing for our balance. So if it helps, scoot your back toes forward a little bit. Draw your belly button in and up. As you are ready, float your back foot off the ground. So coming into a warrior 3 variation at first. If you want to stay here, totally fine. Otherwise, open up into your balancing half moon. The left hand on the ground or a block. Perhaps right hand to right hip as you peel your right hip open. And maybe eventually extend your right arm to the sky. Breathe. Press through your back foot. Back leg super strong and powerful. Your pose, one last big inhale. And tiny little potato bug ball, nice and easy. Oh, I lied, not tiny little potato bug ball, low lunge. So sorry, step your right toes to the back of your mat. Take a moment, low lunge. And then from low lunge, right hand down, left arm up. I cannot forget these last couple of poses. So twisted lunge, revolve lunge, twist from your center. Open through the left side of your heart, legs are strong, breath is big. Use your exhales to work your twist. Take about 2 more here. And then very bottom of your next exhalation, unwind, come into your wide-legged straddle. So hands walk over to the right long edge of your mat, parallel your feet, straighten your legs, inhale to a halfway lift. And exhale, either fold or explore however you want to explore. Good job, friends. Next time you inhale, back to your halfway lift, fingertips on the ground. Walk your hands forward, rotate toes forward, low lunge into standing split. So left leg strong, left foot roots as your right leg floats up. I don't care how high. Think of it as just a one-legged forward fold. Let your neck relax, let your head be heavy. Active through your right toes. Big deep breath. See if there's any more length you can create. One last inhale. Now exhale into your little potato bug ball. So big toes touch, tuck and curl. If you want, only if you want, friends, so you can stay in your potato bug ball, or option to turn it into a toe stand. Hug in with your inner knees, inner heels, inner thighs, and try to point your knees forward. Hands to heart, so balancing on your tiptoes. Thighs parallel to the ground. Slow, deep breaths. Next inhale, halfway lift, heels down, spine long. Exhale, fold. And rise all the way up to stand, arms to the sky, stretch tall. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, inhale, take your arms up. And then as you exhale, bring your hands behind your back and place them as if you're about to put them in your back pockets. If this bothers your wrist, you can make fists, or you could point your thumbs in and wrap your fingers around your waist. So you choose. Whatever position you choose with your hands, you want your elbows pointing back as much as possible. So shoulders back and down, elbows point back. Start to press your hands into your hips, but at the same time, press your hips back into your hands. So you get a tone in your belly, tone in your glutes. And then from there, start to curl open. Keep pressing hands into hips, hips back into hands. Don't let your head collapse back, but think of extending back. Keep your elbows pointing back, hugging together behind you. Hugging with your inner thighs, press hands into hips, hips into hands. One more round. Curl open. Inhale, come back through center, neutral spine. Bend your knees, hands to thighs. I like to wrap my fingers in. And then right here, either standing cat-cows or little circles. So just kind of neutralizing your spine. If it feels good to round and hold for a moment, maybe move your hips side to side, go for it. And then eventually just take it all the way down into a fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands back to plank. Move through your vinyasa however you'd like, or skip it. We'll meet back in down dog. Inhale, right leg high. Open your right hip, bend your right knee. Absolutely great place to stay, or option to flip your dog. Right foot comes down behind you, right arm reaches forward, heart forward. Lift your hips, breathe down into your belly, strong through your back body. Take one more deep breath. And then come back. Three-legged dog, extend your right leg high, inhale. Pigeon pose, right shin to the top of your mat and gently set your body down. Pull your right hip back. And then take your heart forward. So just like when we swan dive down, butt reaches back, heart reaches forward, then fold. If you want to go deeper at any time, just kind of scoot your back knee back a little further. And focus inward, focus on sensation, on breath, emotions even. Just noticing what's coming and going through the space of you. Take about 3 more rounds in your pigeon. Exhale out your mouth at any time. And let's slowly start to come up and find our way into a seat. So just ease your way onto your outer right butt cheek and swing your legs around. Take both legs in front of you for a moment and just give them a nice little shaky shake. And we're just gonna take Baddha Konasana, cobbler's pose. So feet together, knees apart. If you want to sit up on a pillow, blanket block, feel free. So don't bring your feet so close to your body that you feel like you're gonna fall over and roll backwards. Take them as far forward as you need to, so you can kind of get onto the front edge of your sit bones if possible. So what we want is for our butt to reach back as our heart goes forward, not our tailbone to tuck under as we round and try to get our head to touch the ground. So none of this weirdness. Lengthen. And then work your fold. It's just like a swan dive, butt back, heart forward. So whenever you're ready, fold it forward. You can hold on to your ankles if you want. You can walk your hands on the ground in front of you if you want. Keep pressing your heels together and take your breath down into your hips, down into your groin. Take about 3 more rounds. Bottom of your next exhale, roll up slowly. Head is the last thing to lift. And then let's twist. So keep your legs as they are, and we're gonna twist to the right. Left hand to the outside of right knee or thigh, right hand behind you. If you need, you can use something under your right hand like a block. Gaze over your right shoulder. Sit up nice and tall. If this doesn't work for your legs, then you can take a different leg position if needed. And then we'll slowly just come through center and switch to the other side. So right hand outside of left knee, left hand behind you. Try to sit up tall, keep pressing through your heels. Breathe. And then slowly unwind, bottom of your next exhale. Lift your knees up. Lean back so you're balancing on your sit bones and just boat pose. Hover your legs. You can hold onto the backs of your thighs for more support. You can bring your hands behind you for more support. Hold here for about 3 breaths. Squeeze with your inner thighs, lift through your heart center. Try to keep your shoulders back and down. And we'll meet back in down dog. So you can get there your own way, or option to cross your ankles, maybe step back, maybe hop back, move through a vinyasa or don't. And see you back in downward facing dog. Big deep breaths. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Open your left hip, bend your knee, reach it out and up. So great place to stay. Option if you want to flip your dog. Left foot comes down, left arm forward, heart forward. Lift your hips and breathe all the way down into your belly. Back muscles strong, hug around your spine. One more round in your back bend. And then come back, everybody, 3-legged down dog. So you might extend your left leg again. And then when you're ready, pigeon pose, left shin to the top of your mat. Bring your body down gently. So left hip draws back as your heart goes forward. Be here for a little while, just sitting in the sensation. Breathing into the sensation. Take your last couple rounds. And then we'll ease our way up and come into a C. So again, just ease your way over onto your left butt cheek, swing your right leg around. Give your legs a little shaky shake. And this time we're going to take a wide-legged straddle. So if you want, you can turn to the side. Doesn't really matter. So both legs out, nice and wide as they will go. You can sit up on, again, a pillow, block, blanket, anything like that, if it helps. Same idea, you don't want to be rolling backwards. You want to get onto the front edge of your sit bones if at all possible. So that might mean that your legs look more like this, and that's okay. Start with this. Flex your toes, press down through the backs of your heels. Inhale here, just like you're diving forward, butt reaches back, heart goes forward. When you can't go any further, you can just let your body give in, let your upper back round. Maybe you want to crawl your hands forward. Take about 5 deep breaths. Keep your toes flexed back. Keep pressing through the back of your heels. So you're pressing the backs of your heels down. And even imagine you're trying to press the backs of your thighs down now. So imagine like somebody is standing on the tops of your thighs. Very bottom of your next exhale, slowly lift back up. And head comes up very last. Bring your legs forward, so facing towards the front of your mat if you're not already, and then we'll lower down. If you want to use core to lower down, you can. Arms reach forward, hollow out. Try to lower one vertebra at a time. And once you're finally down on your back, everybody full body stretch. Take your arms long overhead and legs forward. And actively reach through fingertips and toes. As you do so, if your ribs lift a lot, see if you can press down through your back ribs a bit more. Take one more inhale. And exhale, hug your knees in, gently rock side to side. Keep your right knee hugging in and extend your left leg forward to set it on the ground. Supine spinal twist, right arm out to the right, scoot your hips to the right just a bit, and roll onto your left side. Gaze up or over your right shoulder and try as best you can to keep the back of your right shoulder down. If it lifts a little bit, that's fine. Good job, you guys. Bottom of your next exhale, roll back onto your spine, but keep your left leg extended. Kind of adjust so that your hips are back in line, straight down from shoulders, and hug your right knee up towards your right armpit. So hands around the front of your shin if possible, otherwise back of your thigh. Squeeze your knee in and up as you take a couple big Buddha belly breaths. And then turn it into a half happy baby. Release your right leg out next to left leg. So both arms overhead, both legs long. Again, a full body stretch. Reach actively and press your back ribs down if you can. So feeling into a more neutral spine as you reach. One more in breath. Exhale, draw your left knee up. Scoot your hips over to the left. Reach your left arm out and roll to your right side. Supine spinal twist. Breathe down into your belly, gaze up or over your left shoulder. Take your next exhale to the very, very bottom. And roll back to center, back to neutral, adjust as needed. So hips are straight down from shoulders. And then left knee up towards left armpit. Big squeeze, couple big Buddha belly breaths, squeeze, squeeze. And then half happy baby with left leg. And after a couple breaths in your half happy baby, turn it into a full happy baby. So bring your right leg up, grab your right foot. And maybe just kind of rock it out for a moment, or even extend your legs one at a time or at the same time. Maybe you can bring the soles of your feet together, knees apart. So any way you want to kind of play or explore from Happy Baby. And then any finishing poses you want to take to finish off your own practice. Give yourself about 5 to 10 breaths. So my friends, eventually start to find your way into your final Shavasana, no rush. But as you make that transition, I will read to you. And this is a quote about boundaries. Sometimes I feel like boundaries are really, really hard. Actually, all the time I feel like that, especially when we're used to just being nice and we want to love everybody and be friends with everybody. But unfortunately, we do need to protect our hearts sometimes. Not everybody deserves full access. Not everybody has earned access to everything we have inside. So I feel like when we try to be really authentic, sometimes it makes us also more vulnerable. So we do have to discern who deserves access to us, to our full authenticity and transparency. And this is a reminder that your boundaries, the boundaries you make, are for you. They're not to punish others or to control others. They're just to protect you and to take care of you. It says, my boundaries are not in place to try to convince you to act any certain way. They are there to remind me of what I will and will not tolerate. They exist for my security, as an alarm bell, so that I know when to deliver myself to safety. They tell me who is trustworthy by highlighting who respects them and who doesn't. They serve as a reminder to me of what I accepted in the past and will never accept again. My boundaries are not walls, they are guideposts. Without them, those with less than pure intentions would have access to me in ways they certainly do not deserve. My boundaries can change with time, with comfort, and with reevaluation, but they will always serve the same purpose, for me to love and protect myself in the way no one outside of me will. So you have your own back. Just remember that. Take care of your own heart always. So for these last few moments, just feel into the space inside of you, the space that is yours to dwell in, to explore, to get curious about. Just be as you are in this moment right now. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Ha. Just start to wiggle slowly through fingers and toes. When you're ready, roll to either side, fetal position. Take a couple breaths there. Use your arms to guide yourself up to seated meditation. So back where we started. And as you come to sit, just notice how you feel. Gather your hands to your heart and bow your head to your heart. And just acknowledge yourself. Thank yourself for showing up, doing your practice today. And I thank you guys so much for showing up, letting me guide you. The light in me sees and reflects the light in you. Namaste. All right. Love you guys.
Thanks, Katie.
Wonderful. You're welcome. Could you hear me okay?
Yeah,
Okay,
Thanks,
good.
Abby.
You're welcome.
Thanks,
Have a
Katie.
good day, you guys. Mwah.
Bye.